Alright everyone, RJ here. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'll be doing an unboxing and giving my first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G. So let's see what we get. Okay, so the A54 came out a couple months ago at a retail price of around $400, $449. Somewhere around in there, and this is the Metro by T-Mobile version that you can get right now online at the time of this video with a new line for only $49.99. So you can get this phone with a plan for under $100. So I mean, you can't beat that. If you're looking for a carrier or whatever the case may be, sure beats 400. So anyway. But I want to change it up a little bit. Normally I just had the phone box sitting right here. I give you all the specs, blah, blah, boring. But I'm going to actually just unbox the phone. I'm going to give you the specs as I'm taking you around the phone. So y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all would rather hear me do. So anyway, here's the Galaxy A54 5G. Just got just a little small box here, so we know it ain't going to be coming with a whole lot of anything. So let's go ahead and take the top of this box off here, and up here you get just your manual and your Type-C cable and nothing really important. And we got the phone right here, so we'll go ahead and take the phone out of the box here, and we'll see what, well, there's nothing else comes into the box. So here we got the phone. Let's go ahead and just peel off some of this plastic here, just like this here. Just peels back nice like that. And that's a good looking color A54 right there. Alright, so phone's in hand, everything's put away, what little bit came in the box. And, if you buy this phone on Metro, the phone's $50 for a new line. And you have to get a plan. And the lowest plan is $40, which is unlimited. And they will send you a SIM card. This activation is very simple. Just follow the directions and everything. You'll be good to go. So I put my SIM card in here and everything. Going to set everything up as well as I go along. So yeah, now as far as the build on the Galaxy A54, we have Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and the rear of the phone, which is pretty solid. And you got a plastic frame, and that makes it feel very lightweight. If it had an aluminum frame, it would feel quite a bit heavier. But plastic build, not a big deal for me, to be honest with you. I mean, it's got a nice glass back. I recommend a case, but if you was to, take, and I've seen videos on the S23 Plus and stuff like that, and if you handed this phone to somebody and, they really didn't much of a difference, they wouldn't know a difference just by looking at it, you know what I'm saying? So, really good looking phone here. Now, as far as the display goes, we got a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display coming in at 1080 by 2340. It's got a 19 by 5 by 9 aspect ratio, so it's a little bit wider than a lot of phones you see with 20 by 9. It's got a pixel density of 403, HDR10 compliant, 1000 nits brightness with 120 Hz refresh rate, so good stuff there. So anyway, on the back here, you got 3 cameras and you got your flash. Now since we're back here at the cameras, you got a 50 megapixel main shooter. It's a wide angle lens with aperture of f1.8 with optical image stabilization. You got a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens with aperture of f2.2 with 123 degree field of view, which is pretty nice, and a 5 megapixel macro lens, aperture of f2.4, and you can record at 4K at 30, and we'll check all that out when we get into the phone. The front camera is 32 megapixels, a little hole punch camera up there up front, which you can see, really nice to always see that instead of the little teardrop notch. So 32 megapixel camera, a wide angle lens with aperture of f2.2, can record at 4K at 30 frames per second. So on the right here, you got your power button, you got your volume rocker there. On top, you have your SIM and SD card slot. Yes, this does have an SD card slot, and that greatly helps. I mean, especially at, the price range of this phone and everything, having an SD card, very important. And you got a noise canceling mic there. Now here on the left, it's just clean, nothing here. On the bottom, you got your bottom firing speaker, microphone, looks like 2 microphones, and your USB Type-C charging port. Now this does have dual stereo speakers, which is really nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and power the phone up here, get a little bit of juice and get it all set up and everything. We got Samsung Galaxy there. Of course, it's powered by Android. What else would it be powered by? So yeah, I'll go ahead and get it all set up, and I'll come back when it's finished. So we're all set up now and ready to roll. Now, I do want to say that if you buy this phone at Metro, it only comes in this one color here, this kind of graphite looking color, which looks really nice. And it just makes it look very professional looking, and I really do like the way it looks and everything. So let's go ahead here. We'll go ahead and dive into the phone. I'll get into the processor, the RAM, storage, and all that kind of stuff here in a moment. Now, turning the phone on, you can open up this phone different ways. Of course, you can swipe up for your PIN, your pattern, your password. Of course, fingerprint scanner here at the bottom. You just hold it, it opens right up. Now, looking at the animations look mighty slow here on this phone. But of course, going to the developer options, you can take care of that quick, fast, in a hurry, which is what I'm definitely going to do. But yeah, it's a little bit choppy. As you can see right there, the camera's picking it up. It just ain't the smoothest animation. Now, I got face unlock set up as well, and we'll see how that works here. And that actually, that works pretty good. It ain't the fastest in the world, of course, but, it does all right. So, anyway, powering this phone is the Exynos 1380 octa-core processor with a 5nm chip. Now, if they would have opted to put like the Snapdragon 778G in here, it probably would have really woke this phone up a little bit. But fortunately, got the Exynos in here. So now the Metro version comes in 6 gigs of RAM and storage is 128 gigs. Now I mentioned Metro because mine is the Metro version and everything. But you do got a variety of RAM and storage options ranging from the minimum 6 gig 128. You can get an 8 gig 128, a 6 gig 256, and an 8 gig 256 as well. But you're going to pay for it, of course. Now, when we look at these phones and pull them out of the box and first set them up, we're like, the phone feels fast, feels smooth and everything just by scrolling across. But it's really when you add your apps and start really pushing the phone is where it's really going to show. So I'm kind of interested to see how this processor is going to hold up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, only time will tell there. So let's go ahead right now and pull the drop down. You'll see here you got your typical drop down stuff here, your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, flashlight, screen recorder, just your typical stuff that you see, Wi-Fi calling, of course. Let's go up here and go into the settings, and we'll kind of just browse through here and see what we have going on. So in connections, you have your Wi-Fi, of course, Wi-Fi calling, Bluetooth, you got your NFC, and stuff like that. More connection settings here for nearby device scanning, printing, VPN, private DNS, stuff like that. Like I said, stereo speakers here on this phone. System vibration intensity, which is nice if you want it stronger or you want it less. And you got Dolby Atmos in this thing. So I mean, if you plug in, well, I was going to say headphone jack, but there is no headphone jack on this phone. But a good set of Bluetooth earbuds, throw on the Dolby Atmos and set your equalizer and everything, should give you some really good sound. So that's major plus. Got your separate app sound, stuff like that, which is really nice. Notification, status bar, just advanced settings here. Anything in here? Nah, not really. Okay, let's go down here to display. So you get your light mode, dark mode. That's the brightness we're going to turn off. Motion smoothness. Now, it is a 120 Hz refresh rate display. It is set there already. Or you can save some battery, go down to standard 60 Hz, which, why would you? But, hey, to save battery, right? But, yeah, 120 Hz, nice. Vivid screen mode, you can change that to just natural, or you can change it, go into advanced settings. One UI, while it may be a little bit heavy, it's kind of growing on me a little bit. A lot of good features in One UI. You can do a lot of changing to your phone in One UI, which is a major plus. Now I got to turn this to like 10 minutes because I'm telling you that 30 seconds goes by quick. So anyway, got your easy mode and edge panels. So right here, just swipe from the side here, and you can have all of your little quick toggles here that you can press. Now I never really use that. But if you like edge panels, you got it here on the A54. So we're going to turn that off. Navigation bar, of course, got the bottom buttons. You can flip them around, or just what I always do, just get rid of the blame things and go to gesture navigations because it's a whole lot easier in my personal opinion. And just stuff like that, show charging information, all that kind of good stuff there. So let's scroll down here to wallpaper and style. We won't stay here very long. We won't stay here long at all. We'll back out of there. Got your themes, so you can go in here and you can change your themes, icons, and stuff like that. Which right now it says you're Roman. Yeah, I know I'm Roman. Okay. So home screen here. Now I like the fact that that I can change it to, I like 5x6. I don't know why, but I like 5x6. So I'm gonna change it to that. And I like my apps, 5x5. So I'm gonna change it to that there as well. You can cut on or off your Google Discover and add new apps to home screen. I hate when that's turned on, so that's always turned off for me. Swipe down for notification panel, and all that good stuff there. So a lot of good stuff here going on. Now here, security and privacy is where you're going to see, your lock screen, your accounts, Find My Mobile. Now for updates, it's currently on April 1st, 2023 security patch, so highly doubtful it's going to get any updates right now. I will check it, but I doubt it. Biometrics here. I got 3 fingerprints added. You can only add 3 fingerprints. Some phones can add 4. Some phones can add 5. You can only add 3 here. So I added my left thumb twice and my right thumb once, and all that kind of stuff. And you got face recognition, stuff like that. So, which I done showed y'all to that anyway. Samsung Pass and private share and all that kind of stuff. Safety and emergency. Advanced features here. So side key. Now, some will, want to push the power button to power the phone off, and it'll wake up Bixby, which is really annoying. So if you want to get rid of that, just push power off. So when you hold down the power button, that pops up right there instead of Bixby. Dual Messenger, game launcher, video call effects. So what is video call effects? Okay, you can have different background colors, background image, and available apps right now is Meet. So yeah, really a lot of good stuff going on here. Now, I want to be saying more important stuff in this video as I go along, so be sure to stick around if you're, thinking about leaving the video. Hang around a little bit. I got a few more things to say about it after we get out of here, which I'm trying to do quickly, which is, anyway. Here, you're just learning your battery usage, which is always good to, use it normally for about a week, and you'll get your normal your battery life and everything. You got 99.9 gigabytes available out of 128. 28 gigabytes is being used already. Software update. Let's just go ahead and just push download and install and see if there's any updates ready for this phone. I highly doubt it, but we'll see anyway. And right now you'll see that we are on One UI version 5.1, and we are currently up to date at the moment. So I think that's about all I want to show here, about phone, stuff like that. Your accessibility, all the features are there. If you need anything in accessibility options, they're all there. So going back home here, we'll take a quick look here at the camera, and I will finish up with my conclusion and giving you my final thoughts in this, first look here of the A54. So you got your photo mode, you got your portrait mode, and you got your fun mode. So fun mode, you can change your look and reimagine your world with unique Snapchat lenses. There's a new one to try every day. Okay, so that's something different. We got portrait, like I said, video. So up here at video mode, let's see, we got video stabilization, auto, FPS, shooting mode, who cares. You can record up to 4K 30, full HD 60, full HD 30, and whatever the other one was, HD 30. So, okay, not bad. Now here at more, got your pro mode, pro video, single take, night, food, panorama, macro, super slow motion, hyperlapse, stuff like that. So back here at photo, and we'll go ahead and turn it around here, and it says it can 4K at 30, 1080p at 60. That's a major plus. Okay, I'm liking that. And so now for more, Same stuff here for the front-facing camera as well. It does look more cropped in than normal, so I'm not sure about all that, but yeah, I will definitely take some photos. Now, I don't really share a lot on YouTube when I do photos. There's times I will take a photo, I upload it to Instagram. I will have, I will tell the name of the phone, or I will have the watermark turned on so you'll know. So if you ain't followed me on Instagram, you'll find that down there in the description box. So, yeah, the A54. So far, honestly, I mean, it looks okay. It's installing some bloatware, like, yeah, these two apps right here, they can go on somewhere. But the A54, okay, this, like I say, the Exynos processor, I'm a little concerned about once you really begin to push it a little bit. And this phone looking so much like the S23, S23 Plus, and I was just thinking, what if they would have named this phone like the S23 Lite? Like the S23 Lite version. Instead of just something like an A54. An A54 is a bland, whatever. But just imagine if they would have the S23, S23 Plus, S23 Ultra, and then had the S23 Lite and sold it for the $400 price tag. I mean, that would have, in my opinion, whenever, you hear Galaxy A54, yeah, okay. Then you hear Galaxy S23 Lite. I don't know. What do y'all think? Would y'all name this phone the S23 Lite? Even though, of course, the cameras ain't going to be nowhere near as good as an S23. The performance definitely ain't going to be on the S23 level. But as far as the looks, as far as the features and everything, I mean, just turning on the phone sometimes has a flicker to it, I mean, but it could just be me, I mean, the phone is new and everything, but the screen does look really good. It's very crisp. It's very clear. And, so far, I am liking it. Now, I do have a case coming from Poetic. I've been, they've been sending cases for quite a while now. I did buy a cheap case from Amazon because I knew it'd be a little bit before it got here. And I don't know why. I just like these red leather cases. And it fits on here really good. I mean, not sponsored, nothing like that, whatever. But to me, this just looks sharp. You got that nice graphite black here around here in the camera area, and you got this red leather with the black sides. To me, it just kind of sets it off, and it looks good. Now, it's not no, fancy high-end case, but hey, I mean, I think it looks pretty sweet. You find them on Amazon all day long. If you want to pick one up for a lot of phones, they carry them for a lot of phones, whatever. But yeah, A54, what do y'all think? I'm going to cover as much as I can. And I want to do some comparisons, some speed test comparisons, especially with the Pixel 7a that I haven't got my hands on yet. But, y'all know, just look at my playlist, look at my recent videos. If there's any kind of speed test comparisons you want to see me do with this phone, let me know down below in the comment section, and I'll make it happen, all right? So anyway, that being said, I'm out of here. Self-informative anyway, hit that like button. Any questions y'all may have, leave it down below. If you're new here and you ain't a subscriber, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell right beside it to receive all post notifications when I release new videos and unboxings and whatever else I may do on here. You'll get notified, hopefully. So that will be much appreciated. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching.